Hey guys. Okay, so I know I said I was going to do this video yesterday, but it didn't. But I'm here now, so I'm sorry. Um, the winner of the coupon envelope contest is Mirror 48. Okay, so make sure you inbox me, let me know your info so I can send you your coupon envelope. And also, let me know if you have like a pet of some sort or a baby, child, kid, so I could know, I can kind of filter your coupons because I don't want to send you dog food coupons if you don't have a dog or diaper coupons if you don't have a baby, but I want to make sure to send them if you do have that, those things in your life. Um, so, yeah. So on to the next business. What I wanted to talk to you all about today was because I noticed that at least here in my town, I don't know if this is everywhere, H&R Block started opening up to do people's taxes and everything. Now, of course, usually not easy to deal with. I'm telling you things, telling you about places that are places you need to go to that are good deals. Well, this video is different. This is a video to tell you something to run away from, get as far away from as you can. Do not go. Okay. H&R Block, uh, whatever other loan, or I was about to say loan places, but that's technically what they are. And I'll get into that later. But tax places that, do your taxes for you. Any of those places. Um, Now, let me fix this. Whatever. Okay. Um, okay, so my deal is, it is such a ripoff to have to go somewhere and have your taxes done. Okay? It is a ripoff. Um, because they charge, it's a ridiculous amount that these people are charging to do your taxes for you, especially if you are if you're a person that can do your taxes yourself. It's simple taxes. If you do like a 1040 or 1040 easy, you have no business going to a tax office. Okay. um, Now, I'm not referring to the places that will do your taxes for you for free. Okay, a lot of places you can go and they will do it for you free of charge, or, to help you out. But don't go somewhere that's going to charge you to do them, and turn them in and everything. And I say this because a couple of years ago, I worked at a place that did taxes. We were a loan company, but we eventually started doing taxes for people. And so I went, and I learned all the extra things about taxes, even though I knew already a lot. Like at my store, I was one of the people that was ahead of everybody because taxes wasn't a new thing to me. I already known so much about it since I ever started doing taxes from the get-go, um, which I must say is such a great thing that my dad did for me. When first year I was able to do taxes, I was doing my taxes myself, all the paper forms, filling them out myself, learning about that kind of stuff, making sure I was doing them right. And I have to say that helped me out so much by doing that. If you have any kids, that are soon, or soon enough going to be start doing or working and things like that, go ahead and get them started on doing their taxes. Um, because it's a resource that is very, very much needed. Okay, where am I going? I start talking and I just get lost sometimes. Um, but anyways, what I was saying, like, these places, they sorry, I still have that cold. Isn't that crazy? It's been like 2 weeks. Okay. Um uh Okay. Yeah, these places, they go and they charge you pretty much like by per form. If you worked at a couple places and you have a few W-2s, they're gonna charge you for each W-2 that you bring in. You got a kid and you need to do, the child tax credit or earned income credit. They're gonna charge you for each form that they have to use to fill that out. So I mean, you think, oh, you're going to get all this money back, but they're taking so much money from you just for having to use a form. And of course, just to be there to do it and them turning it in and all that kind of stuff, they charge you for that. And it's so easy just for you to go online, especially like TurboTax, like the Freedom editions or whatever. They have different names sometimes. There's so many places online that you can use where you can go and do your taxes on there. Um, and I know a lot of places, these places are usually commercials to show, hey, we say we found $5,000 extra on this lady's taxes. And once again, that stuff wouldn't happen if you knew about your taxes in the first place. There's no reason for people to not know how to do their taxes. That's a pretty big deal. That's your money. Everybody, especially nowadays, ain't nobody got no money. You need to, like, your taxes is a big thing. You need to start brushing up on that kind of stuff. And especially now, go ahead and start looking that stuff up, if you haven't already. Start, go to irs.gov and start looking up any kind of maybe new things that they're doing now, any new deductions that they may be giving, stuff like that. Start brushing up on it. Bye-bye. Okay. And like I said, once you start, familiarize yourself with the tax laws and things like that, so that you won't, even be scared or worried, about that kind of stuff. You won't be missing anything. So yeah. Let's see. So yeah, that's that part of the whole thing. I don't like having to, people going and having their taxes done. Now, I will say that maybe some people that should probably do it because maybe they have, or at least if they have questions, if they're unsure about something, maybe call or go up there and just ask them. You don't always have to have them do your taxes, as in, do them and turn them in. I know some places where you can go there and have them fill out everything and let you know how much you're going to get back. And, well, actually, we did that at our store. People will come in, give us their stuff. We gave them a free estimate. Put all their stuff in, let them know how much they were getting, all that good stuff. Showed them how much it was going to cost them. And if they didn't want to do it, they could leave. They could ask us any questions that they had. We'd answer them free of charge. If you want to, find a place that would do that for you, do that. Take advantage of it. Go there, see how much they'll give you. Ask them any questions. Ask them, what are they giving you as far as deductions and all that kind of stuff. Get your information, take notes, and then get out of there. Tell them no, thank you. I'm going to shop around or whatever. Then go home and do them yourself. Okay, then that way you're going to get the same amount that they're giving you plus some, because you're not getting charged for it. Okay, so do that kind of stuff. Now, like I was talking about earlier about the whole loan thing, now this is even more of a ripoff. Do not do it. These places that are giving you these advance loans, where they pretty much base it off of what you should be getting. Now, some places do it differently. I know some places will give you an estimate of what they think you're going to get. They usually do it like off of your last paycheck or something like that. I don't know if they're still doing that, but last I heard, you can't get do your taxes based off of your last pay stub. Okay, you can only legally do your taxes off of your W-2s. So what these places like H&R Block, well, at least were doing it. I don't know if they're doing it this year because I haven't checked up on that because I don't go to them. What they were doing was giving you a loan based off what they thought you were going to do. They weren't doing your taxes. They would have your pay stub, put all their information in, and all this is pretty much an estimate. Then they'd be like, oh, hey, you're going to get this much money back. At least we think that's how much you're going to get back. So we're going to give you this loan based off of that. And then but then after that, you have to come back to us with your W-2, fill in any information, and then we will actually send your information off for your taxes. And then once you have the taxes actually done there, they'll just get your refund to pay for that loan that you got from them. Only thing with that is, okay, so you go there with your pay stub, and you're getting money based off of an estimate. What if the estimate's wrong? You end up going back there with your W-2. They end up doing your taxes, and you're not getting nearly as much as they thought you were getting. You're going to owe them more money. So, it's not even worth it. Just don't even do that. Okay. Because once again, it's just not even worth it. It's, another thing. That's the one way. I forgot to go on into the second part. If you go there with your W-2 and have them do your taxes, and they give you that rapid loan thing, what they do is, because generally it takes about 2 weeks to get your refund done or refund back. But what they would do, they would give you your refund, next day or so. And what they're doing is they'll do your taxes, do your W-2, take out all the fees, find out how much you'd get after all their fees. Bubba. Let's say you're getting like I don't know, $5,000. I'm just gonna throw a number out. Say you're getting like $5,000. Bubba. Sorry, guys. If I say you're getting like $5,000 after all your fees and everything, you would have got like, I don't know, 6,000, but I don't know, just throw some numbers out. But you're only going to get 5,000. They'll cut you a check for 5,000. Then they'll send your taxes off. And the 2 weeks that it would normally take, H&R Block would then get the refund back from the IRS, and they would use that refund check to pay for all your fees and pay for that check that they gave you. That's how that works. Okay, I guess I need to hurry up because she's getting fussy. Okay. So yeah, with that, once again, not only are you paying for them to do the fees, but you're also paying like interest and all that kind of stuff. It's another thing that is wasting money. And the reason people do that is because they make, they spent their money so badly throughout the year, or they don't know how to save money, and they end up getting to a point where they have to do it. They can't wait that 2 weeks to get their money, free of charge, no interest taken out of it or anything like that. They have to, they need their money right then and there. You don't ever want to get yourself into a position where you need money that bad, where you're willing to pay that much out of it to get it. Why pay $500 out of your refund just so you can have it a week early? That's, I don't understand that. Don't do that kind of stuff. People should have, some money already saved up. And I'm not going to sit here and say it like I, am perfect and have $1,000 sitting in the bank in my savings account. I don't, and I should. But I try to make sure I don't ever get to the point where I'm just flat broke. Okay. And I think a lot of people do that, and then they see that these places are doing these loans or doing these taxes early, and they need the money so bad that they don't care if they have to pay for it. But that's dumb because it's your money in the first place. Okay, it's your money. That's another thing. If you want your money, if you don't want to have to even deal with this stuff, fix your withholding to get your money all throughout the year. And don't give the government an interest-free loan, because that's what you're doing. Technically, you're giving the government an interest-free loan when you do your withholding and you pay them all that money throughout the year. But anyways, I see I'm getting to the end of my time almost, so I'm going to go ahead and say my goodbyes and go take care of this little guy here. No, he's eating my hair. No. Bye-bye. Okay. So anyways, I know I went through a lot of stuff, and there's so much more I want to talk about, but like I said, my time's running down, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And I don't know, hopefully I'll do another video sometime. I don't know when or where, what time, what day, but I will see you guys again, and I hope you all have a wonderful Monday. All right? Bye, guys.